Welcome, Brandon Hayes. I'm here with a good friend of mine, Niko. Niko, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm well, thanks for asking. Now, I just got to get this out of the way. You look gorgeous. You look
Thank
fantastic.
you.
When it comes to drag, is that the compliment you want to receive? You're gorgeous, or is it like that's a real creative outfit you have?
I mean, it depends what I'm wearing, but honestly, like any compliment is as long as it's meant to be like nice and like kind-hearted, like I don't mind.
What's some of the inspiration like behind like I like the way you dyed your hair. What's the inspiration behind that?
I don't know. I've been dyeing my hair since like eighth grade, and I just really like all the color and everything. I still wear a lot of black, but I used to wear like a lot of black, and like the only color would be like in my hair. I don't know. I really like how it looks, and I think it's just like kind of like a cool way to express yourself.
Now I know you do different, sort of costumes. Is that right for me to say costumes
For me, yeah, because a
or
lot of my drag
outfits?
is, yeah. I mean, I feel like different people have like different ways that they like to be described. I don't really mind either way because like a lot of my stuff is like cosplay costumes. Like I did like a drag Thor about a little under a year ago, stuff like that. So for me, a lot of it's costume and some of it is like fashion, like style, outfit, stuff like that. I feel like it just kind of depends like what I'm wearing. Like if I'm wearing something that looks more like an outfit, like describe it as an outfit. If it's like a costume, like very over the top, then it's like more of a costume.
Do you enjoy being in like, like you said, Thor, being in like a cosplay superhero costume more than a typical drag getup?
Sometimes, yeah. I feel like it kind of depends like what mood I'm in and like what I'm into at the moment. I don't know. I feel like anything that's just kind of like expressing myself. Like I enjoy wearing it, whether it's a costume or like more of like a fashion piece or anything like that.
Now, am I appropriate to say that you are an inspiration? I am honestly
Thank
inspired by
you.
your whole story. So you were born a woman, and then you started to make the transition. When did you start making that transition? Was it something like you knew right away when you were a child, or did it just develop over time?
I didn't really like realize until I was maybe like 12 or 13 because I was always like really feminine as a kid. Like I really was into like fashion and like makeup and kind of the stuff I'm into now.
Hmm.
So I didn't really know. And like all of my friends were girls, so like I didn't even really interact with guys that much. And then when I was like 12 or 13, I kind of realized like, oh, like I think I'm a guy and like I'm just like a feminine guy, like that's fine. And so I came out when I was maybe 14, like freshman year of high school. And then I began medically transitioning like 3 years ago.
Hmm.
Um, yeah.
And how's that process medically transitioning? Like, what exactly do you have to go through?
So it's a little different for everyone, just depending on like what they want and like what they want to look like, what they want to do with their like body and everything. So for me, I went on testosterone 3 years ago, and I also had top surgery a year ago,
Hmm.
which is just where they like remove like the breast tissue and everything and
Yeah.
just give you like a male looking chest. Um, but like I know some people don't want testosterone, they want top surgery, or they want to be on T for like a little while and then stop with certain effects. So it's kind of different for like every person.
Who was the first person you told when you decided to make this transition? Was it your friends or your parents?
Definitely my friends. I don't remember which ones specifically, but I told my friends first.
Okay, and how did they react? Did they kind of knew it, or was it like a complete shock?
Um, some of them didn't really care. Like the friends I've had since elementary school, they didn't see it coming, but they also didn't really care. Like they were just like, okay, cool. Like you're still my friend. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Um, so it wasn't really that bad for me. I had like some friends that I met freshman year when I came out who were a little weirded out by it, but I just met them, so it wasn't really a big deal.
Yeah. Did your parents take it all right? Like, did they, we love you, they support you and everything?
Yeah, they were fine with it. I mean, like my mom didn't want me to like go on testosterone and stuff till like I was 18, which I was a little iffy about because I wasn't trying to start it right when I was 14, because that's like
Yeah.
way too young in my opinion. And like I ended up talking to her and starting when I was 16 and a half, which I'm thankful for, because like now I'm 19 and I'm like, I don't want to be like 19 and looking like a 12-year-old kid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but like they were pretty accepting and everything. Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic because I know out there it's just I feel so bad for people because they closet it in and they can't. And some
Yeah.
people can't even talk to their parents. Like I can't. When I was in school, I didn't even want to tell my mother I got a C on a test. Like talking to
Yeah.
parents, sometimes is really tough. So I'm happy that you got that support.
Yeah.
So when you're transitioning, did you want to go into drag like around that time? Was it before or after?
Um, I've been interested in drag and like watching RuPaul's Drag Race and like following queens and stuff since I was maybe like 14. But I never really wanted to do it until I passed more and like looked more male because I didn't want people to think that I was just like a girl dressing up. Um, but I really got into it like about a year ago in college. Like I think freshman, sophomore-ish year, I started doing more with drag. And like my drag Thor costume was kind of like the first big like drag piece, I guess, or like costume that I made. And that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Do you think people judge you? They're like, if you ever have you ever been in a drag competition?
No, I don't really perform that much. I have stage fright and like I do theater stuff, but I do like lights and costumes and things like that. So I'm very like backstage person.
That's
I
crazy.
feel like
You have stage fright. Like I
yeah,
would assume that this would be nothing.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I was in drag, it probably wouldn't be as bad because it's kind of like a costume and like a persona that you're putting on. And like I
Yeah.
feel like I would be more confident and I would try it. But I just haven't yet. So
When everything clears up, you need to be in these events. I mean, like I said, I saw your
yeah,
Instagram pictures. You have to look at your Instagram. It's fantastic. You got, you look
thanks.
great in these pictures. Why, like, is something stage fright you had all your life, or it just something that developed like earlier?
Um, kind of all my life. I remember this one time in like kindergarten, like really early. We did like a play and we were all like bugs or something. I don't remember. I was like a ladybug or something. I don't really know. But I just remember like being on stage and like just crying. Like I couldn't even like be on stage, which is kind of crazy because I've done choir and stuff. And like when I'm in choir with a bunch of other people, like I have no problem. Like I'll sing and whatever. And, like I've had solos and stuff in middle school and it wasn't that bad. But like I don't know. Now I'm just kind of like I don't really want to be on a stage by myself, but that might change. I don't know. I'll try to like
Because
get into it.
I'm automatically thinking that you are just dying. You're so hungry to just show off your stuff because your stuff is great. And I'm thinking in drag, it kind of reminds me of like the fashion runway. Like everyone, you're performing basically in front of everyone. You're being judged by even the way you walk, your costume, everything. Am I right about that?
Yeah, a lot of times.
Okay, so when do you think you're gonna develop this fear? Like, I'm gonna just stop this stage fright. I know that's a broad question to
Yeah.
ask, but do you think like the more that you dress up and the more like you have these better costumes, like you know what, F it, I look great in these costumes. Do you think it's more of having more of these outfits and costumes, or is this is just something that's just gonna snap one night? You think?
I don't know. I feel like I could definitely do some sort of competition where you don't really have to perform so much like vocally or dancing or anything like that. Like I could do like a runway and stuff like that and I'd be great because like I made the costume beforehand and like I know what I did and everything. But if I'm like put on the spot with any sort of like comedy or dancing or anything, like I don't think I could really do that.
There's like a
At least
talent,
not yet.
so there's a talent portion too in like a drag event. Have you have,
Yeah.
have you ever been to like a drag venue or anything?
I've been to small shows like at like a gay bar near my college before they raised the age to 21. It used to be 18 on Thursday nights. Um, and like those are like just really short drag performances, like lip syncs and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But I've actually never been to like a bigger like pageant or anything like that. And I would like to go just to see what it's like and like see if I would want to participate. But yeah.
Can you help me paint the picture of like the small venue? So there's a talent portion. There was a talent portion in the small venue.
Um, Most of the time at smaller venues it's lip syncing and like sometimes queens will go on tour and like have their own shows and like some will do comedy, some will do lip sync, some will do like dances that they choreographed. It kind of just depends on like the queen and like what they want to do. So it's kind of hard to say like at every small venue there's this, because like it's not always like that. Usually there's a lip sync and like a dance portion, like that's kind of very like consistent between like drag performances. But like sometimes queens will do variety shows where they do all sorts of different stuff, and like you wouldn't even predict like half the things that they do.
What is a queen? What do you mean by queen?
Like just a drag queen.
Okay, that's just a short word. So let me ask you this: because I know you're gonna perform in a venue, just a matter of time. I'm gonna be there supporting you. When you go, do you kind of feel like you're being judged by people because you were born a woman and you still kind of have like that feminine qualities about yourself? Do you feel like some of the other guys will be like, that's kind of not fair? She still has some like feminine qualities. Do you think about that, or no, it's nothing now?
I mean sometimes, because like I am very short, like I'm like 5'4", and like I have long hair, like whatever. But I mean I feel like in drag it's kind of like more of an even playing field, because like there are really short like biological guys and like biological men with like no Adam's apple, and like I have like a big Adam's apple. So I feel like it's kind of just more even, because like you can put on as much makeup as you want and do like whatever style and wear whatever clothes you want to make you look however you want. But I feel like a lot of people do still feel like that, where like, oh well, if you were born female, like you shouldn't be able to do drag, even though like I'm a guy, like I live my life as a guy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do you have a go-to outfit? Like, this is the outfit that is like, I'm sure to come in first place if I wear this outfit.
not yet. I sew a lot, and like I'm trying to kind of make more costumes for myself and like design them, like draw them on paper and stuff. During quarantine I haven't really been able to like go get more fabric, obviously, so I've kind of just been trying to make stuff with like scraps that I have. But I would like to kind of have like a couple go-to looks that I could just wear like if I'm going out for the night, or like maybe going to perform, like I don't know if I
Yeah,
ever do that.
I was gonna ask you, do you have you been working like every single day on like perfecting your craft, like drawing different things and just researching?
Um, I don't know. Sometimes I do like more costume design and like drawings and stuff than other days. And like makeup, like practicing makeup, I used to be like really bad at makeup. Autumn actually taught me like how to basically do my whole face.
Yeah. Autumn's
Um,
your girlfriend, right?
yes,
You
yeah,
love Autumn. How long have you guys
yeah.
been dating?
Um, Almost 8 months,
Mm.
but we've
Okay.
been friends for like a year longer than that, I think.
So you started off as friends and you started going out.
Yeah.
Now, how did that happen? How did you guys end up in a relationship after the friendship? Because I feel
Um,
like that would never happen to me. All the friends that I have, that's girls, they think I'm repulsive. They was like, listen,
oh, it can
like,
happen.
listen, I'll tell you about guy problems. That's it. So how did that happen?
Um, So I'm kind of oblivious with like literally everything.
Uh huh.
But so I was in another relationship since like my freshman year of high school through the end of my freshman year of college, and that's when I met Autumn,
Hmm.
like at college. And I found out my sophomore year, I had just broken up with like the other person just over the summer, not related to like Autumn or anything, just because stuff wasn't really working.
Yeah.
And I found out Autumn and I were rooming together at the beginning of sophomore year, and we would have still been at the end if quarantine didn't happen. Um, but I found out that she liked me for like almost as long as she knew me. And I was like, oh no, like I'm like pretty much just into guys. Like, I don't know, like I'll have to like think about it. Like, I don't really think I feel that way. But then like later I kind of realized like, oh, like I really do like her. And so we kind of just like got together.
Okay. I was gonna ask, have you always liked men pretty much, even when you were transitioning?
Yeah, I'm like 90% gay.
Okay.
like I use the word bi to describe myself because like I am bi, but like I'm mostly into guys.
Now, what about her that really like sparked you? Like, you know what, I can do without guys. Like, is it because she's beautiful? Is it because that she really understood you? Like, you guys had great conversations.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, number one, like she's beautiful, obviously.
Yeah.
But we really did just kind of have like a connection. Like even as friends, like we were just like really close and like automatically clicked. And like I don't know, I just really love like her energy and like everything about her. And like she's really funny, and I just like really like that. And like she just like lights up a room that she's in.
When you guys go out, would you ever have like a competition on who's wearing like a better outfit, or it just doesn't matter?
Honestly, I steal her clothes like half the time.
Okay, I was gonna
So
say, do you
like
guys dress each other?
sometimes, yeah. Like if she has like a cute like button up shirt, I don't really wear button up. She wears a lot, but like
Mhm.
she has a cute button up that she's like, oh, like I really think you look cute in this. Like I'll try it on, and we'll have like a little like fashion show in our room or whatever. It's fun.
Do you ever go out and just full on drag? Like, you know, this is like a drag night. I just want to really pop out.
Only if I'm going to like a gay club or something like that. Otherwise, not really. Just because like I don't really know like who I'm gonna see or like who's gonna like have a problem with it, and like I just don't want to like have any issues. Like I don't want anyone like yelling stuff at me. Like I'd rather just like I don't know. I'm not a very like confrontational person, so I'd kind of rather just like chill and not have to worry about it. But
Is that one of your fears, like getting, you know, you're just walking in a drag outfit, then somebody they say a really rude comment to you. Is that like, do you fear for that?
um sometimes yeah. I mean, like if I did go out and drag more often, like I probably would be afraid of that. Just because like people are just rude, and
Yeah.
like if they don't understand something, they're just like a lot of people's first reaction is like fear or anger, which I guess is kind of understandable. But like if it's
It's
just
not
someone that you see
understandable.
walking down the street dressed differently, like I don't really get that.
It's not.
But
Listen, I don't think it's understandable at all because you are the first of all, you're the first drag queen I've met. You're the first person that I know who actually transitioned. When I was growing up, even, you know, in high school, if you were gay, that was like huge breaking news. That was like, oh my God, I can't believe like that person gay in high school. And when I went to college, then I started to meet more gay people. And, you know, I never really thought anything of it. It's just, you know, whatever you want to do, that's fine. But a lot of other people, they would just get mad. And I didn't get why. Like, well, what are they doing that gets you so mad? So I know what you mean, but at the same time, I don't, because people should just learn. Just, you know, instead of,
yeah.
you know, just automatically being mad or fearful or upset, just, you know, just learn what that person is going through.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it just has to do with toxic masculinity, where like guys will see like a guy dressed in drag and be like think that it somehow affects them and makes them less masculine, where like it doesn't. Like it has nothing to do with you. It's that person, and like whether you like them or not doesn't matter. It's just their way of expressing themselves, like what they want to wear. Like it doesn't affect you in any way. And I don't know why people think it does.
Yeah, in the middle of you transitioning, and you're about to become a guy, did you feel like you have to have like certain guy qualities? Like, okay, I think I should like sports. I think, you know, I should drink beer and all that stuff. I don't know, you know, stuff like guys do. Did
Yeah.
you kind of feel like, okay, let me be like a man now and chop wood?
Um, Not really, just because like I don't know, I just never was really into like sports or anything like that. Like I feel like I was just kind of like, oh, I'm just gonna be whatever kind of guy I think I am. But I know a lot of people do kind of get like that and get in their head and be like, oh, well, I have to be really masculine. I have to do this and that. And then later realize like, oh, I didn't have to do that. Like I can just be who I am.
Do you know other people who's transitioning and like in your town, in the college?
I know a lot of trans people, mostly just from like trans specific groups that I've gone to,
Mhm.
like at LGBT centers and stuff. I know a few from my high school and like some from college, but like the bulk of the trans people I know are from like trans events or like LGBT events that I've gone to.
Did that help you out when you was transitioning, that, you know, talking to other people made you feel more comfortable?
Definitely, yeah. Hearing like from other people, and especially like other people that went through what I was about to go through and who were like older than me and had experience, like helped a lot, because like you can read about it on the internet all you
Yeah.
want, and I
Yeah.
guess that helps for some people, but for me, like I just would have rather like heard someone and like be able to ask questions and like have someone that could help me through it if I needed to.
Yeah, having that human quality with someone, that's huge. Have you helped anyone out? You know, has someone come up to you like, Niko, I don't know what I should do. I don't know if I should transition. I feel like people are gonna get mad. Have you helped anyone out?
Yeah, I think I have. I mean, I feel like we all kind of help each other, like even if like I am older than them, like and I've done like more of my transition than them, like they could still help me out. Like I feel like it kind of goes both ways, but like I still go to the trans group every week that I've gone to since I was like 14 and just starting out my transition. And like most of the people there have changed. Like it used to be everyone was older than me. Now most of the people are younger than me, and I'm kind of like
Yeah.
the older person kind of like giving more advice. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like we all kind of just like help each other out.
Do you emulate any your style, your drag style? Do you look at anyone else and like, you know what? This is the person I kind of want to be like when you watch RuPaul's Drag Race or just see any drag event at all?
Um, yeah, I follow a lot of drag queens on Instagram. Most are from like RuPaul's Drag Race just because they're more well known, and like I don't even know where to start following other queens that like I wouldn't know their like handles and everything. Um, but there's a lot of queens that I really like even just their personality. Like I love Katya, Alaska, like Trixie Mattel. I don't know. But I feel like my like makeup style and stuff is kind of more like fishy, which is just like more feminine and like more convincing of like being an actual woman is kind of I guess what that term means. Which is very like Courtney Act and like um other queens like that.
Yeah, I was like, there's different layers to this. I know you got the costume, you got the makeup,
Mm.
and you have to have, I guess, a talent portion of it. What do you think your talent is if you had to perform at a venue? What would you do?
Honestly, I feel like my talent is like the like fashion and design part of it. Because I don't know, like I could do a lip sync if it's choreographed and like I know what I'm doing beforehand, but like I couldn't just get on stage and like start dancing and have it look really
Yeah.
amazing. I feel like just like what I wear and like how I present myself is probably like my best talent.
Okay. Going back to some of the other people that you say you idolize, what other than the personality aspect, you said the makeup. What about the makeup really? Is it more of like because I'm thinking kind of like the like when in the movies how they do their makeup and it's really nice, or is it just like a feminine makeup?
For me, I mostly just do like pretty feminine makeup.
Mhm.
I know that a lot of like campy queens will do kind of like really big makeup where it's like that's what you would probably think of when you hear the word drag queen is like just very big, exaggerated, like heavy makeup. And like I haven't really gotten into that side of drag as much. I'm more of like the like, like dainty little feminine, like cute looking.
Mhm.
Um, but I kind of would like to experiment more with like different colors and like I know some queens will like paint their whole face blue and then do like makeup over that like their skin is blue or something like that, and that's kind of like really cool to me, and I know that it just takes like a lot of time and a lot of work and talent, so I would probably have to work at that, but I don't know, I would like to kind of like expand my makeup skills like a little bit more.
Do you think that's your weakest part out of everything, the makeup? And your
um
strong, I think your strongest is definitely the outfits, the fashion wise. That's what I personally.
yeah,
You think the
I feel
weakest
like
makeup?
I don't think my makeup is like bad or anything, but I like there's definitely always room to improve. And like I only started a year ago. Like I'm sure I could improve a lot more with my makeup. And just kind of like doing different looks because usually like I just kind of look like this where I do like eye makeup where I blend like light to dark out in the sides and then like a lip color. But I feel like I could do a lot more with it. Yeah.
Would you say if you have a dress in mind or makeup in mind, would you use like someone else before you do it on yourself, or you have to do it on yourself? Because if you do it on someone else, it's like you know what, I don't think I'm actually gonna like it seeing on another person. Or do you have to do it on yourself?
I probably would just do it on myself just because like doing makeup on yourself and doing it on someone else are like very different skills. Um, and like I usually practice on myself anyway, so I feel like that would be easier. But if I really wanted to see it on someone else, I would probably try that out and kind of see how it would look. and like I guess how versatile the look could be like from person to person. Yeah.
Do you have people that you can go to saying like, listen, this is the dress I'm about to wear. What do you think about it? You think I need to change, or it's only you? Your opinion only matters. Because
Mm,
sometimes I get like that. If someone gives me advice on something,
mm,
I'm just like, listen, certain things I'm just like, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I can do. Do you really
yeah.
think that you're an expert in drag? Like no one really can give you advice except like a real professional?
No, I definitely wouldn't say I'm an expert or anything like that. I don't know. I kind of try to like just gather like a lot of inspiration photos of like other dresses or like things that other queens have made and like try to go from there. But like I will ask people for advice. Like Autumn, I'll ask for advice a lot, and like she'll tell me like she'll tell it how it is. Like if it looks bad, she'll tell me it looks bad. And like there's other friends I can go to and like ask that kind of thing. Yeah.
What are some of your costumes for the future? Do you have like a whole plan out in a journal of everything you want to do?
Um, I don't know. It's kind of like some of it's in my head, some of it's like written down, some of it's on Pinterest. It's kind of just like all over the place and like not very organized, which is not the best.
Yeah.
Um, but I really want to do like a lot more with like cosplay and drag and maybe kind of try to do like some Disney princesses or something like that. Because like all their dresses are like so beautiful and I would love to be able to like recreate that
Who's
and
the
like
most
wear
beautiful
it.
Disney princess? Who?
Um, I don't know. I really like Belle, and I think her dress is just like the golden one is just like so pretty. I don't even know. They're
I've had
just
a
like all.
I've had a thing for Little Mermaid forever.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
listen. Is it that would that be such a hard outfit because she doesn't have legs? Like you would probably have to hop on stage.
Yeah, that's probably more challenging.
That's probably the hardest
That
one, right?
takes yeah, that takes like a whole other kind of talent of like acrobatics or something. But
Because I don't know how you would even. I don't know if you have to do the worm. I don't know if you're really just gonna like hop on stage.
I don't know. I mean, you could just do like a mermaid dress and like have that be it and just like walk like that, but if you wanted it to be like perfectly to the story, I don't know how you would do it. You probably have to like sit on something and have people like bring you on like all
Yeah.
dramatic. But
What is the most impressive costume you've ever seen in person? Not on TV, not on the internet, like in person. Like you're like, God damn, I can't believe they actually pulled that off.
um in terms of drag or like just like more like feminine costumes, I go to like a lot of like conventions. Like I've been to New York Comic Con a few times, and San Diego Comic Con once. And I always like to go to the championships of cosplay. Like, I guess it's a panel. It's basically like just this big room, like arena place,
Okay.
with a stage, and like they have all the people who I guess like work their way up from the smaller competitions, and they'll come and like show their costumes. And there was this one. I mean, there were a few, but there was this one in the needlework category where I don't even remember what the character was, but it was just this big gown and like it was so beautiful and like the woman had like hand stitched like every single detail in it and it was just like it was so beautiful and like it must have taken like at least a year. Like it was just so crazy.
What's the
Um
needlework? What is needlework?
just like sewing and like I mean I guess in the category in like the competition there's like needlework, armor and like another category I don't remember. I think like special effects. So like special effects would be like really cool makeup and like basically just making you look like the character, but like kind of like sci-fi and stuff like that. Um, and then like armor is like giant suits of armor that people will literally like make and like walk around in all day, and it's like it's crazy. And then the needlework is like more like dresses or like costumes from like Pirates of the Caribbean or something where like it's just all sewn, but like they made like every single element of it, and it's crazy.
Is your dream to be in this competition or be on TV on RuPaul's Drag Race? You ever thought about being on that show? I know you
I
have.
think about it a
You
lot,
have.
but
Yeah.
like I feel like if I was on it, I'd definitely go home like first or second, just because like I
Oh
don't do
yeah.
comedy, like I don't do dancing, and like a lot of that show is like you have to be able to dance, you have to be able to like be funny, and I would just like be so nervous that like I don't think I would really do well at that.
So would you say, I was saying makeup, but would you say that's your weakest point? Just the personality aspect, the dancing and the comedy?
I feel like out of like everything, dancing and comedy would definitely be my weakest. But out of like the presentation, I feel like makeup I could like definitely improve on a lot.
Okay. So so have you been trying to work on, instead of dancing, would you try and work on something like singing or another talent, like maybe juggle a bunch of knives, like just something like that's really different?
Uh, Maybe not that specific one, because I'm kind of klutzy, but I could definitely work on something else. I don't know what, but I feel like I definitely like have a talent that I could like figure out and kind of make that like my thing. Um, I don't know. I would have to like think about it more. Like I don't even know what I would do.
Yeah, because I didn't even really know that it was this reminds me of like the Miss America, Miss Universe pageant.
Yeah,
It's like not only looks, but it's also talent. And do they ask you
yeah.
questions like, if you were president for a day, what would you change? Do they ask you questions like that?
On RuPaul's Drag Race, no, it's kind of just more about like they have like a mini challenge and then a maxi challenge for each episode, and like sometimes it's like a dance challenge where they have to perform like a musical, or sometimes it's a comedy challenge where they have to like roast RuPaul or something like that. But in like the pageants and stuff, like there's like Miss
Yeah.
Gay America and there's like a ton of other like drag queen pageants. I feel like it's a little more like what you would think of when you hear like a regular pageant. Yeah.
So that's your fear if they ask you a question and you kind of stumble.
Uh, yeah. I mean, I don't really do public speaking that much. I'm definitely not as bad as I was like in high school. Like I've just worked on it a little more over time. Like I feel like everyone does. Um, but I don't know. I would have to prepare a lot if I was going to be in a pageant.
Yeah, I'm so shocked that you're saying you don't have the confidence, but going through your transition, from female to male, I feel like that is, it takes so much courage and strength, right? Didn't it take a lot of courage and strength?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like it wasn't really a choice for me. Like it was just like that's who I am. Like I have to do that. But like it did take a lot. Like I've built a lot of confidence from that, and like um, I don't know. Like
Did you,
yeah,
when you were thinking about transitioning, were you like, I'm not even gonna do it. Let me just play the safe route and just be a woman, or that's too depressing for you?
no, that was just not even a choice. Like I was just like I know I'm a guy. Like okay, now like now what am I gonna do about it? Like I have to like I researched a lot. Like I watched a lot of YouTube videos of like other trans people and like saw what they did, and I was like, oh, I really want to do that, and like maybe I would do this in the future. Like it like being like a woman just like wasn't even an option for me.
Yeah, you felt like you was born in the wrong body.
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Some people don't really like that narrative because it's like, oh well, like this is still my body, like it's just the wrong gender or whatever. But like I don't really have a problem with it. Like if that's how people kind of describe it, like I don't have a problem with that. But like I don't know, like I just felt like I'm a guy, like there's nothing that's gonna change that. Like that's it.
What are some characteristics that makes you think like, okay, I want to be a guy. This is why I want to be a guy, or it's just something that just felt right.
Yeah, it's not even like I wanted this. It's just like this is who I am. Like it's just that simple. Like it's just who I am.
Yeah. Did you ever get any negative feedback from anyone? Like people saying like, what, you shouldn't do this. This is gonna be wrong, or you're not gonna look the same. You're gonna like. Did you get a lot of that
Yeah,
from
not
who?
like too much. Like definitely not as much as some other people because like my parents were pretty supportive and like my siblings were fine with it and everything. But there were like girls at school who just like were my friends, but then like when they found out I was trans, they like told my whole friend group not to talk to me. But then those friends stood up for me and they were like, no, why wouldn't I talk to him? Like that's
Yeah. Why did they
ridiculous.
say that? What's the
Yeah,
point of that?
I don't know. Some people just like don't understand and like don't want to understand. Um, I don't know. And like I've even had like my old pediatrician tell me like that I shouldn't bind or whatever because like it'll like basically just make me not look like appealing or whatever. Like it'll like change my body and not make my body like appealing. He said it different, but like I don't really want to repeat what he said just because it was kind of rude.
What
But
exactly? Give me an idea. Like, what did he say?
like he just told me that like my chest would look like not not
Deformed or
good, I guess.
something?
Like it was just like stupid and not even true. And like he hadn't even done any research on the topic, so he just
Yeah.
didn't know. But like
Did
I
that
don't know,
get
like I just stopped seeing him and I was like, you know what, like I'm not, I don't know.
did that get in your head? Like, you know what, he might be right. I don't know if I can go through with the top surgery, maybe everything else.
Mm, it didn't really get in my head like where I thought that he was like maybe right or something about it, but I was just kind of like so annoyed that he would even say that to me because
Yeah.
like he's like also a family friend like from like other circles and stuff. And like I don't like I see him sometimes and like I know like his daughter and everything. So like it was just kind of like really rude and I was like, why would you say that? Especially like I was like 13 or 14. I was like, why would you say that to like a kid?
Not only a kid,
Like,
and he should look at himself like, I'm a pediatrician, I'm a doctor, I'm kind of
yeah.
a professional in this, like if I'm playing baseball and a professional MLB player comes up to me and be like, you know what, you suck, your swing is horrible, you gotta change a lot of things. That would crush me, that would hurt me.
Yeah.
You didn't really feel crushed, you were just like, you know what, he doesn't know what he's talking about, he's ignorant, I'm definitely going through with this.
I wasn't really like upset like I thought like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this, but I was just kind of angry. Like I was like, how dare you say that to me? Like I know what I want, like I know what I need to do, and like the fact that you're trying to get in the way of it is just rude. Like why would you, I mean, rude is like an understatement, but it's just like why would you do that? And like I get that he like was concerned for my health and he like genuinely thought that it would be bad for my health just because he didn't know a lot about it. But like just do the research, man. Like you're a doctor. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
How was the doctor when you got the top surgery? Was he understanding? He did it before. He didn't say, "Listen, you're too
Um
young."
Yeah, no, my surgeon, she was amazing. Like her whole team was so great. I loved her so much. Like she was just like the nicest woman, so experienced. I think she does like 8 surgeries a week or something. I don't know. She does a lot of surgery, or probably more than that. Probably a lot more than that. Um, like she was just so good, and like my results were so good, and like I'm so glad I went to her. She was amazing.
So you kind of feel more comfortable going to a female doctor than a male doctor, because women they're more understanding, especially when it comes to this topic. I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, the reason I went to her wasn't because she was a woman. It was just because
She was so
like she took my insurance and she had great results, and like plus like she was a woman. And like I would have gone to a male doctor like if he had the same results and everything. Like that's totally fine. But like personally, yeah, like I do feel more comfortable with women just most of the time, just because I feel like they're not gonna like. I don't know. I feel like women don't have as much like toxic masculinity and everything kind of like
yeah,
put
yeah,
into their
yeah.
brain and like told to them throughout their life. So I do feel a lot more comfortable talking to them. But
Okay. How big were your breasts before the surgery, if you don't mind me asking?
um, like not not
Yeah,
big.
it's like an A cup is nothing. Was it because of the you were taking like testosterone beforehand?
Yeah, testosterone like does shrink like breast tissue and stuff, like to a certain degree. Um, but not for everyone. But
Oh, okay. Do you still see a doctor regularly about everything going on? Like, do you still see a doctor just for hormone pills? Like, you get a prescription?
yeah, so I do testosterone shots. Some people do gel, some people do like implants like in your arm, I think, and it lasts for like 3 months. I don't really know much about that, but I just do like injections. Um, and
How
I see
often do
my
you get it?
doctor.
Yeah, how often do you get the injections?
I do them myself every 2 weeks. Some people do them every week, but it just kind of depends on like I know some people have like say that their emotions like go all the way up and then all the way down like right after and like right before they do their next shot. So they do them every week, but like I don't really have that issue. But I don't know, I think I see my doctor like twice a year or something, just for like refills and stuff.
You like the doctor, right? The doctor's all right?
Oh yeah, no, she's great. Yeah.
Okay. What's some of the side effects from the testosterone and hormone? I don't know anything about it. What, like, do you feel any side effects afterwards?
Um, Not really like side effects like you would think of with like antidepressants or something like
Yeah.
not really that type of thing, but like I guess like the effects, I guess is like a better word, um, are like more hair growth, like facial hair, stuff like that. Sometimes people's Adam's apple like will get a little bit bigger, which kind of comes with like your voice deepening because I think like I don't really know the anatomy and the science, and I'm probably gonna sound like an idiot right now, but I think like usually the deeper your voice, like the bigger your Adam's apple, just because it's like the thickening of like the vocal cords. But I don't know if that's actually true, so don't quote me on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But some people like if they start younger, or like if they go on like hormone blockers when they're younger and then start T, like some people will get taller. I didn't really, because I was like a little older when I started. Um,
Do you wish you started younger or you started at the perfect age?
um, Maybe like half a year younger, but like I started at 16 and a half, and I think that's already kind of like young for some people. And like just because like I know like how well it turned out for me, like maybe I would have wanted to start like a little bit younger and like have that like a little bit like at like a little bit of a younger age, but I probably wouldn't change it.
So tell me what's going on in the future. We're gonna wrap up real soon. Tell me what's the future for Niko. Different hair color, different. What color are
Definitely,
your
yeah.
nails, by the way? I see they look gorgeous. What
Oh,
color are your
they're
nails?
black right now.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay.
I don't even know. Probably just like more drag stuff. Especially once I get back to college, like I'm gonna be able to like have a more routine schedule and like know what I'm doing and make a lot more stuff.
Does your college have like some sort of drag event? Like, would you and a bunch of people get together and like, let's have our own little drag fashion show?
Yeah, so there's a drag show there every semester. And I was actually going to be in it this past semester, but then we all went home because
Yeah,
of the pandemic. Um,
it must have
but
pissed you.
I probably would participate that in the future, like if when once we're able to do like bigger events again, maybe like next year or something.
I feel like that's the best stepping stone for you, especially since you have
Yeah.
stage fright. Being with everyone, everyone who pretty much does the event, right? Like you're cool with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, being with everyone, so you really feel comfortable,
Mm.
and you can really show off your stuff, and you really have great stuff. What is your Instagram again?
Um, at baby.blue.drag.
It's really fantastic. I gotta post some of
Thank
the
you.
pictures. Yeah, I gotta post some of the pictures on my story of you, because you look fantastic, and you really put a lot of dedication and time to it.
Thank you.
Do
Yeah,
you
I really enjoy it.
Do you prefer to make your own clothes, or would you just go out and get stuff? Which one is easier for you?
Um, I would just go out and like if I had the money for it, I would go out and buy like a gown or whatever. But I really do enjoy like making certain costumes. I feel like if it's like a costume or like an outfit where it's more like generic, I could buy whatever. But if it's something specific to like a character or something, like I would have to make it because I would want to make sure that it's like the way I want.
What is a better feeling, having the money to buy an outfit or spending a lot of time and hard work making an outfit? Which one like feels better?
Probably making the outfit just because like I know all the hard work that I put into it, and like now I kind of get to like share it with people and like kind of share like my talent.
Tell me some outfits you're doing in the future. Do you have anything in mind? Like, okay, this is gonna be ready soon, and when I do my first
Yeah.
drag event, it's gonna be this outfit. Like, what's some stuff you have in the future? Let's pick Niko's
Mm,
brain. Let's go inside Niko's brain.
yeah. So I know that I want to do like a sort of like a Loki cosplay in the future, like a drag Loki, because I did drag Thor. So now I'm like, oh, I got to do his brother. Um, I don't really know. Besides like the Disney princesses, which I don't know like specifically which ones yet. I feel like Elsa might be cool just because I really like the color of her outfit and everything. Um, I don't really know what else. I have to like kind of just like get all my like stuff together and like start planning.
My favorite outfit is the Harley Quinn. You put a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of detail in that one.
Yeah, I definitely
Um,
want to do a Harley Quinn cosplay soon.
how long did you make that outfit?
Um, so the one I put together that's on my Instagram, I kind of just like put together a bunch of different like pieces that I had, but I do really want to like actually do like a, I guess like a proper or like more canon cosplay of her soon. Um,
Is Thor your favorite outfit, or is it the Harley? It has to be the Harley Quinn. That one looks fantastic.
I really like the hair and the makeup for Harley Quinn, but the Thor outfit, like I just worked really hard to make it and everything, and like I just like really enjoy like wearing it. So that's probably my favorite like costume component so far.
Yeah, when you do, say if school starts again in the fall, you guys are able to do this pageant. Would you start off with the Thor costume? Or
Probably
you probably have
not.
something different by then.
Yeah, I would probably have something different by then. And also just because I don't want to bring it back to school because it might like not like break, but it might get like dented and stuff like the sort of like armor chest plate part that I have. So I kind of just want to leave that here. But I definitely would make like a whole other outfit for that show. Yeah.
Okay, Niko, it was so fantastic talking to you.
Thank you so much.
We need to have a future update. I need to see more drag.
Yeah.
Why can't I see more drag? When are you gonna post
I
another?
will I will post more drag. Maybe I'll post something today. I'm not sure.
Please do post. No, post one today. Can you please post one
Okay.
today? Can
I'll
you
try to post one today. I don't know. It's kind of rainy out, but I'll try to take pictures like maybe in my house or something.
how many drag outfits do you actually have in your you post them where you store them in your closet or somewhere else?
Yeah, I actually don't have that many. Most of like my like drag stuff, like if I would go to the club or something, like I kind of just put together different like components of clothes that I might just wear like on a daily basis or maybe are like a little more like dressed up or something. But I only have like a few actual like specific to drag like outfits or costumes that I've made.
Okay, please post one today. I'm dying to see one. And once
I'll post
again,
one today.
Niko, you look gorgeous. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for chatting with me. Hopefully we can
Thank you so
chat
much for
soon.
having me.
Yeah, no problem. Hopefully we can chat soon and hopefully I can see more
Yeah.
drag.
Yeah.
All right,
Awesome.
cool. Thank you so much, Niko.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.